Overcoming codependency. 3 steps to successful codependency. Recovery. Building lasting transformation. Craving freedom from codependency. Small steps add up to lifelong liberation. Let's get you started. Ending destructive codependent patterns requires reshaping how we relate to ourselves and others. By integrating simple, daily practices, we can create relationships rooted in authenticity. Begin with reading books on codependency. Their wisdom inspires me. Starting therapy to unravel childhood sources. Counseling provides clarity. Writing in a journal to process unmet needs. This helps me tune into my feelings, noticing when I silence my voice. My desires and truths deserve expression. Affirming my lovability. I am worthy as I am. Freedom from codependency requires commitment, but positive change begins immediately when I start listening within. I deserve fulfilling relationships. Healing signs in codependency recovery. Tracking your positive changes. Do you feel stuck in dysfunction? Take heart. You're making progress. Let's notice your healing changes. Codependency recovery is challenging, but growth manifests through subtle shifts as we relate to ourselves and others with greater authenticity, boundaries, and self-compassion. Signs include speaking up more assertively. I'm calmly voicing my perspectives, making my needs a priority. I'm taking relaxing bubble baths. Feeling more empowered alone. Solitude feels nourishing, not terrifying. Experiencing joy more freely. My mood isn't dependent on others anymore. Cultivating mutual friendships. My relationships feel less one-sided. Keep going. With compassion, the path to lifelong liberation emerges one healing step at a time. Stop feeling guilty in codependency. You didn't cause it. You can't cure it. Does shame shroud your true self? You're not to blame. Let's free you from codependent guilt. Codependency makes us feel responsible for others' emotions and choices. We chronically apologize and sacrifice our needs to make up for imagined faults. But we can release this misplaced sense of duty. Affirm, I didn't cause others' unhealthy patterns or lives. Their path is their own. Enabling dysfunction doesn't make me a good person. I can help healthily by focusing on myself. I have a right to set boundaries, even if others don't like it. My needs matter too. Making mistakes while unlearning codependency is normal. I'm doing my best. I'm doing important work. Choosing authenticity and self-care is brave. I'm not selfish for focusing on my growth. My guilt keeps me stuck. I'm ready to boldly honor my emotional freedom. What is codependency recovery? Understanding the process. What does transformation entail? Let's demystify codependency recovery. Codependency recovery is a challenging, lifelong process of dismantling dysfunctional relationship patterns that compromise our self-esteem and boundaries. Through courage and compassion, we can cultivate secure attachment and autonomy instead of anxiously clinging or sacrificing selfhood to sustain bonds. We reclaim our spirits. It involves attending support groups for shared wisdom. 12-step meetings help me feel understood. Exploring core childhood wounds driving behaviors. Therapy provides clarity. Establishing boundaries lovingly. Speaking my truth maintains intimacy. Prioritizing self-care and tuning into emotions. Yoga and journaling nourish me. Developing assertiveness. I boldly express my needs. With commitment, we can transform codependency into emotional freedom and reciprocal relationships. How to control anger in codependency. Safely processing suppressed emotions. Does anger feel terrifying? With care, it can be channeled constructively. Let's make peace with this misunderstood emotion. Codependents often suppress anger to keep the peace. But by understanding its purpose and gently unpacking its roots, anger can guide us toward healthier boundaries and intimacy. Steps include acknowledging the anger compassionately. These feelings hold wisdom, not toxicity. Identifying needs anger signals. My frustration reflects poor boundaries. Releasing anger through exercise, art, journaling. Long walks help me process, setting limits mindfully around triggers. I walk away when conversations feel unproductive, seeking counseling to unravel roots. Therapy helps me express anger safely. Anger compelled me to know myself and advocate for my needs. Harnessed with care, it propels me toward a life aligned with my truth. 5 self-love affirmations in codependency. Combating shame and perfectionism. Does self-judgment shackle you? With practice, you can embrace your humanity. Let's explore self-love affirmations. Codependency breeds shame and perfectionism. We feel flawed for having needs, flaws, and emotions, but self-acceptance affirms our inherent worth despite shortcomings. Try affirming, I am worthy of love and belonging as is. My value is unconditional. My needs and feelings deserve expression. Suppressing my truth hurts me. Mistakes and missteps are part of the journey. I learn and grow through failures. I accept myself as I am, quirks and all. My uniqueness is beautiful. I courageously embrace life on life's terms. With self-love, I thrive imperfectly. With compassion for my humanity, I can live authentically without minimizing or inflating. I am perfectly imperfect. Can codependency be good? Reframing your challenges as strengths. Do you feel ashamed of codependency? With self-compassion, we can reframe challenges as strengths calling for redirection. Let's find your gifts. Though dysfunctional, codependency develops as an adaptive attempt to preserve safety and intimacy amid childhood instability or trauma. The innate traits underlying it contain powerful potential. The upside includes strong empathy and caregiving skills. I excel at emotional intelligence, resilience, and ability to endure hardship. I'm a survivor. Passion and dedication. I love deeply and steadfastly. High conscientiousness and sense of responsibility. I avoid causing harm. Strong desire for connection. Relationships are sacrosanct to me. By reframing my wounds as wisdom, I can channel my abilities into mutually fulfilling bonds that uplift us both.